Hey there, everybody. Internet, YouTube. Hope everyone is having a good day. I'm recording this in my car. It's the best place to record anything at the moment because I'm doing it while babies are napping, and yeah, it's hard to talk anywhere in the house without fear of waking them and not getting the full advantage of that nap time. But I thought I'd record a video, just another update. I think these video updates just keep me sane, because I'm not putting out a lot of content, not producing a lot of artwork at the moment because of just having the little twins. I'd say until they're a bit bigger, I'm still going to work at this pace, but what I'm trying to do is just focus on finishing off my graphic novel, which is called The Dark Pool. Finishing it off and really trying to focus on one discipline. I wasn't happy with my work. Not that I wasn't happy, it was good, but I just felt like I really needed to up the level and just put as much as I could into each page and make it as good as possible. So that's why I decided I'll just focus on pencils and layouts and just try and make each page as interesting as possible. And so I've got a few more pages to share here, and sure, let's get into it. This page now is I think is something new for me. I've never drawn a human figure this large on a page, so because I'm sitting in the car here, it's hard to get back, but it's hard to get far back from everything. But essentially that's that page, and you can see my hand scale to that first panel. It's the character Meister Spore basically using his power, and I just wanted, it's I guess it's something I have not really drawn, from looking at a lot of comics growing up as a kid, and even now, you'd see all the different characters firing off their energy blasts or some kind of special weapons and stuff like that. But then when it comes time to draw them, I wasn't sure. But I just wanted something dynamic. I was pretty happy with this. I think the hand looks cool. The effects, this should look a lot nicer when it's kind of inked and coloured, and the face, it's tricky. Meister Spore, I don't know if that looks exactly like him, but he has quite a pointed nose, and looking at him dead on like that was quite challenging. I wasn't sure how I could just draw a pointy nose sticking out. But the other panels, I actually haven't even finished that one there. I think I was going to finish those trees, but then I thought there's going to be some speech bubbles there, and why bother? But this is Darius, one of the main characters. He's been affected by Meister Spore, and he's taken a kind of a rest on the side of a log there. In the story, there is another page here that I haven't drawn yet. I just wasn't in the mood for it. It's going to be a full splash page, but it's an environment. It's an establishing shot. It's not the type of stuff that gets me super excited. So I just wanted to kind of wait for my mood to take me. I just wanted to do other types of pages. So here's another page here. I'm finding just these kind of standard, I'm loving drawing the big comic panels, and the panels that are kind of a bit more exciting. So this was a bit of a challenge to try and make it interesting. Just from looking at different artists, they do push the kind of layout, and I think that the reason for that is that they can't. Sorry, my wife was actually standing outside the car there looking for my attention, but I told her to go away because I'm not recording this again. But I haven't looked at this page in a while, and I'm pretty happy with it. That's that kind of pointed nose of Meister Spore that I was talking about. That's kind of more like the style of what he should look like. I just guess I'm not too sure how to draw him directly straight on, like, so I gave it my best shot in the last page. But I really like this panel here of Darius kind of waking up, lying on the ground, just like the hand and the wrinkles and in the clothes and stuff like that. Like, so yeah, essentially these two characters are talking to each other. I remember not really liking this panel when I finished it, but now when I come back to it, yeah, it's quite nice. There's the old pointed nose again. But yeah, I'm trying to. I think when I'm just drawing with pencils, I'm trying to render and add some lighting in there. So I've kind of been tapping into a bit more hatching and stuff like that. Like that was, I guess, hatching was the stuff I always loved when I first started buying comics. So I don't know, I could more and more go into that area. Here's another page here. Not sure about this one now. Not sure my thoughts on it. This was quite a nice panel. I quite enjoyed this. I got a bit of reference for these palm trees, the bark, and the sphinx head, stuff like that. Like, that's pretty nice. I kind of like that. I think this wasn't as successful. I guess, just putting a lot of black on a face for shadowing and create mood is something that seems to come easier when you're just going in with ink. It's harder to visualize with pencil, but I took a go at it. It might look better when it's inked, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. Even Meister Spore there, I don't know. He's I think it'll look good. His mouth is a bit big, maybe. But then this panel here, this panel was meant to be a lot different, and then I just suddenly decided, like, I need to kind of need to ramp it up, make it a bit more exciting. Like, it's not fully finished. I obviously stopped. You can see some trees there, but essentially in the story here, we are in the desert, but bursting up through the sand is trees, Irish trees, like it's an oak tree, if anyone knows the different leaves of trees. Like, you've got these oak leaf trees here, and I just wanted to have just start to kind of kick it up a gear. See Darius really happy with just his kind of his posing, his surprise, and just, yeah, it was a lot of fun drawing this. Like, just throwing in a lot of leaves. I always remember the artist Chris Bacalo, who drew Generation X. I remember that series, and he used to add a lot of extra detail, and sometimes it didn't seem necessary, but or relevant, but it always looked cool. So not that the leaves are not relevant here, like, they're very relevant, but it was just reminded me of that first issue of Generation X, like with the X-Men characters in their they kind of had a danger room. It was like a biosphere, but they were battling each other, and it was, there was lots of trees and nature, and when they were fighting, there was like leaves flying everywhere, and it just felt very kind of kinetic and exciting. Like, so that was what I was reminded of when I was doing this. And yeah, I guess this is part of my mission to draw more exciting pages, like, and try and make them as dynamic as possible. I know a lot of people will hate to hear it, but I think it was from listening to a few artists in Comicsgate talking about just really pushing your art. I think it's more, I'd never listened to any other artists, mainstream artists like Marvel, DC. I've never really heard them speak about the thought process of comic pages, and I guess anyone who watches Comicsgate knows you can get a lot of access to their thought process on art and what way comics should be, from a process and visual kind of thing. Like, and it was kind of refreshing. Like, it made me kind of sit back and say, well, I really need to push this art, and just think even about it from the point of view of a collector. Like, if one day somebody wanted to buy my art, like, they would see it as a beautiful piece of art that they wanted to buy. And I'm hoping that this page here is something that one day somebody would look upon. Like, I had a lot of fun doing this page. I think it's one of my best. I think there's a lot of fun. It's essentially a huge oak tree just bursting up through the desert, and then you've got different elements of Ireland. Like, you've got this old stone with the old Irish text on it. I can't remember the name of what that writing is called. I always forget. You've got a stag kind of bursting up as well, and I don't know what you call it when a stag, when the rutting season, they bark, and I just wanted to kind of get that the energy from that. And there's an old owl. Owls kind of have this mystical kind of vibe off them. And yeah, just there's Moisture Spore. He's just harnessing his power, and you've got more leaves and stuff like floating down from the tree, and there's Darius just kind of taking in this spectacle. But yeah, really happy with that page. I think that's gonna look kick-ass when it's done. This is the last page I have. It's a continuation. It's the two characters talking now in this forest setting, and that was a lot of fun as well to draw. It's quite challenging to draw undergrowth and forest. Like, I think the key is to just mix it up, like, different types of bushes and shrubs and things like that. And then I think once again I'm trying to harness a bit of Chris Bacalo here, like, not that the stag is relevant, not specifically to the story, but just to kind of signify something about Ireland, because that's what the characters are actually talking about. These panels here, I think the dialogue works quite well in this piece. They're quite small panels. I think I tried my best with them. I'm not sure about them, to be honest. These side profiles, the one of Darius there, I don't know, it looks a bit off, and that looks pretty on model for Moisture Spore. There's Darius. Just I guess you'll have to buy the book to figure out what's going on here. But yeah, probably not. I'm a good bit in on the next page after this, but I wanted to do a video, so I thought I would just go and film one now, because I'm going to do a few commentary videos on some Irish indie books in a minute and put them up on my channel. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Not the Bog Road, that was my last graphic novel. The Dark Pool is still going. It's still in progress. We'll get there in the end, and hopefully the people who bought the first book will be happy with this one, because I think it's definitely a step up from the last book, especially with these last, with my new mindset, and just trying to make some beautiful art, because that's what comics all about, isn't it? Comics is not about boring art. People buy comics. You can go and read a book or watch a TV show, but I think if you want, if you really love comics, you will. You're there for the art. Well, I know I am anyway. But thanks for listening, folks. And yeah, I think I'm on 71 subscribers. So thank you for those subscribers. If you like that video, then please like and share and try and help me get a few more subscribers. Thanks. Have a good one.